Sometimes we have to do routines that will build our confidence and avoid us comparing ourselves to others.
I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear.
Hi guys, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Cece. And if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. All right, so today I would like to talk about comparing our lives to others. How comparing our lives can be the thief of joy. Society wants us to compare ourselves with one another. It's like when they see a confident person, they want to put them down a peg or two. They want to put them in their place. It's as though they cannot stand to see someone that is confident about themselves. They want to tell you all the things that are wrong about you and the reasons why you shouldn't be confident. Even though they may not say that, it's like they want to make you understand that you have no reason to be confident about yourself. But they are wrong because you do. Society wants to give us a number. They will say, this person's a 1, this person's a 4, this person's a 10, and society thinks is a 10. Or they may say, this person's high value, this person is low value. And they judge that about the type of money someone has. But it's deeper than all of that. When we compare ourselves to each other, it brings a negative toll in our lives. It can bring jealousy. It can bring envy, sadness, depression, and anxiety. We do not have to compare our lives to someone else's lives. When we do this, instead of being happy about someone else's success, we can tend to be envious or jealous about that instead of celebrating someone else's success or talents. We need to avoid comparing our lives to one another, because all we have to do is look inward to see what we ourselves need to improve on, because we're only competing against ourselves, not someone else. If we look deep inside of us, we know the things and areas we need to improve on. And when we make a plan to take action to improve ourselves, no matter what it is, no matter if it's confidence, discipline, motivation, looks, talent, skills, finances, when we work on the areas we need to improve on ourselves, we can become a confident person, and we don't have to compare our lives with others to gain that confidence. So I have 4 tips to avoid comparing your lives to someone else. Tip 1, recognize the areas where you are comparing yourself to others. Write down a list. Is it a house you're trying to compare? Someone's car you're comparing? Their job? Their marital status? You're single and you want to be married like they are? Is it the finances? You're looking at someone else's finances and you think that they have such a great amount of wealth that you want that same thing? Are you comparing your career with someone? Are you comparing your looks to someone? When you do all these things, it can bring a negative toll in your life. write it down, the areas where you tend to compare yourself to someone. So when you are doing it, you can stop it in its tracks and start to refocus your thinking on self-improvement instead of comparing it to someone else's life. Tip 2, remember your place in God's plan. God has a plan set out for you. He knows the desires of your heart. He knows what you want. You don't have to compare your life to someone else to be successful. All you have to do is remember your place in God's plan. And how do you go about doing that? Pray and meditate. Spend time with God and talk to Him. Tell Him what you would like. Talk to Him. And sometimes when you do that, He can reveal things to you, the plans He has for you. Like sometimes we have set in stone the things that we want to do, but when we talk to God, He can reveal something totally different to us, to set us on a different path that will bring enlightenment, that will bring joy, happiness, fulfillment, can give you the things that you want. But lots of times we think we know what we want, but we really don't until we seek the answers from God. So pray, meditate on His word, talk to Him so He can guide you on what you need to focus on. Sometimes when we are so focused on someone else's life that we look down on ourselves thinking, I could have did this better, or my life is not how I want it to be. But you just don't know God has you in the right plan what your life should be. One time I was talking to someone and they were telling me that they were upset that someone took a school position from their child when they applied to this school. And what I know as a Christian is that what God has for you is for you. So I was thinking, if that position wasn't given to them, maybe God has another position available for them. We cannot just think negative about someone else and not go back and talk to God and see, is that the plan that God has for them? Sometimes God will let something happen because He has a better opportunity for us down the road. We have to sometimes not think carnal, but think spiritual. And when we do that, we can see our lives change and open up for the better. Sometimes when we're so much focused on ourselves, we forget that maybe God wants us to help others and stop thinking about ourselves and volunteer to help the less fortunate, or create something with our skills that can be helpful to someone that is less fortunate. When we tend to focus so much on ourselves, we start to forget about what God wants us to do and how we can be a blessing to someone else. Tip 3, confidence is key. Confidence is key to not comparing yourself to someone else's life. If you're confident about what you have and your skills and your talents, you won't have to worry about someone else's. You can be happy for someone else if they are succeeding and successful in life. You don't have to look down on them because you're confident in your life, in your abilities, in your skills, in your talents, that you don't have any room to hate on someone else or think negative about someone else. You can become confident about working on yourself. You know the things that you're lacking. You know the things that you need to improve on. Everyone has things that they can improve on in their lives. All you have to do is each day discipline yourself, motivate yourself to improve on those areas and master those areas. And when you have, you will become a confident person that when you walk into a room, it doesn't matter how beautiful someone is, how talented they are, or what type of skills they bring. You are so confident in yourself, in your ability, because you have been working on yourself, that it doesn't matter. You all can share the space because you're not comparing yourself to them, and they don't need to compare themselves to you, because both of you can walk into the room confident about what you have and what skills you're working on to improve your life. So many times when we have envy and jealousy about someone else, it's because we feel we're lacking something and that person seems to have it all together, or that person seems to have what we're lacking. But we don't have to compare ourselves to others. We can be confident in our skin. We can be confident in who we are, that it doesn't matter about the next person. Tip 4, avoid comparing your life to others on social media. Now, we can look at everyone on social media. It may seem like they have the perfect life. They have the fancy apartment. They have nice cars in the driveway. They seem to have it all together. Their marriages seem to be great. Their relationships seem to be great. It's like they're living a storybook life. And we start to compare ourselves to them, thinking their lives are perfect. But then in reality, their lives are not perfect. They are going through things that we just cannot imagine. Sometimes people like to present one way to others when their lives are far from that. But instead of focusing on people on social media or anywhere, we need to give our focus to God, because He knows the plans He has for us and things that will bring us joy, things that will improve our lives. Galatians 6:4-10 says, "Don't compare yourselves with others. Just look at your own work to see if you have done anything to be proud of." Have you did something? Have you done anything to be proud of? I'm sure you have. We need to find out what God has for us and what His plans are for us. And then those areas we need improvements on, we need to take the time to work on those areas. You guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day and stay blessed. Bye, you guys.
I'll never be more loved than I am right now. Wasn't holding you up, so there's nothing I can do to let